Hi, my name's Eric Mutch, and I'm running for mayor of Provo. If this is your first time here, welcome. If you're coming back, welcome back. I am going to talk a little bit about a subject I talked about before, and that's the economy of Provo and insulating it against the potential of the technology that is pending on us. I would like to discuss how I would fortress our economy around that. And it runs back to the DNA of Provo. Provo has always been a center of innovation. We have 2 colleges, we have a huge amount of technical innovation and education and all of those things that are here. And you know that because Novell started here. And if anybody remembers Novell, they competed strongly against Microsoft for the networking portion of internets. They were the business choice for a really long time, and they had 80% of the international market. They were centered here in Provo. They started here in Provo, and their facilities that they started with are still here, down where Norda College and Rocky Mountain University and all of those things are. I think that we should reinvigorate that. We should start running the technical world back to Provo. I did it with Pure Storage. I put Pure Storage in Lehi, and I pitched to the executive staff why it belonged in Lehi. And the reasons that I chose Lehi, we could recreate those in Provo and make Provo a much more attractive place for technology. Let's start with a power source. Molten salt nuclear. If you don't know about that technology, look it up. It is elegant. It has 10 times less square footage necessary. It's really, really difficult to melt down, if at all. It almost is impossible to make it melt down, and the waste from it is usable, so there really isn't what you would call waste. There is now byproduct, and it's profitable. That is expensive material. That would be a good place to start, because imagine where we would be if Provo had an unlimited source of power, an airport, which we have, and we could expand and make robust transportation around that airport and the technical hubs and the city center, and maybe even around the lake to get to Eagle Mountain and Lehi and all of those places. Maybe we put it all the way around. I know discussions have been in place to bridge the Utah Lake and so forth. I think that there's a lot of possibilities around that. We would have the power, the transportation, airport, the city is already there. We have great nightlife, great entertainment, great along Center Street and down University Avenue and all of those places. We have an amazing culture of small businesses and diners and all of those things that are very attractive. We could be a technical center. We could. I know that data centers use a lot of resources and water. There are data centers that are vastly better than others, and some that don't use water at all. And I think that if we were to take the industrial center out there below Slate Canyon and around the airport and utilize that area to make us attractive to technology and business, imagine what we could do with that. Imagine where we would be. I think it would be an amazing thing to start with, and I would really like to have those discussions about bringing that to our town. So thanks for listening. My name's Eric. I'm running for city mayor of Provo, and I would like to thank you for your time. Have a good day.